Hi, I'm Ruthie Dahle and welcome to my channel and welcome to this week's video. So it is the month of Halloween. I don't really celebrate Halloween, but we need to do a little bit of makeup that is a little more creative than normally. So this is Flowery Makeup, the one that I have on right now. This is the tutorial. Very simple, easy for beginners, and you're using makeup you already have, and you can use this for any costume like the 60s flower powers, garden fairy. There's so many things you can do with this. It's just not one thing. You can play around with the placements, the size, everything. So if you want to know how I achieve this makeup look, then keep on watching. I feel like I'm closer to the screen now today than I usually am, but that is because we're working with detailed things. And I want you to be able to see it, especially with the colors on my skin tone where yellow may not show up as well. So we will see how everything works out. So what I've done so far is I've done my everyday makeup the way I usually do it. I haven't done my mascara yet and I haven't done my lips. But everything else with the eyeshadow and all of that, I've done the blush, the bronzer. So I would try and link the video up right here if you want to know those steps. But just basically do your everyday makeup the way you usually do it. And then maybe if you don't wear bronzer, add a little bit of drama to your cheek, just because this is a costume makeup look or for special events, so you want to add a little bit of drama. Now I did use a pink blush, and the blush that I have is right here. So it is this shade of pink. I don't have that much left, but it's a very hot pink blush that I used on my cheeks, just because that will complement the eyeshadow that I'm the motif that I'm using and doing, and the colors I'm using. But before I go ahead and do any of that, what I want to do is put some highlighter on, and I want to do this before I do the decorative pieces because I don't want to accidentally put highlighter on some of the flowers that I'm drawing. I want that to be underneath and the flowers on top. I have my Makeup Revolution Take a Breather, and I'm using the pink one for this. And I have a big fluffy brush for large areas of my face. Then I have a eyeshadow brush that looks like this, and I just take the same shade and I add it to my brow bone so that you can see that it pops. It has that nice shimmer. I like to put it on my eyelid as well because I'm not putting any eyeshadow here. I would just do this. I like to put some in the inner corner. Then I'm taking a really small brush for the next part, same highlighter. I'm just putting that to the inner corner of my eye. I might add some again later after I've done my mascara, depending on how the mascara, if mascara makes a mess or not. But that is basically the highlighter, and if I do go in and correct it later, you will know on yourself if you need a little bit more highlighter in the inner corners. I have two eyeshadow palettes here with me that I want to be working with, and I have the eyeshadow palette by Essence Eyeshadow Palette by Merve. And the reason why I have this one is because it has a deeper green. So basically what you want is a green in this shade. You don't need necessarily this makeup palette, but something along the lines of this green. And for majority of the colors we're using, I'm taking the NYX Ultimate I Know That's Bright eyeshadow palette. And I will get a brush here so I can point. What I want to do is use this pink, this blue, this green, and this yellow right here, and purple. Those are the colors that I want to use. Maybe the glitters, I don't know, but I will let you know. And I will let you know which color we're using. But if I'm referring to a yellow, this is the yellow we're talking about, because this is going to show up the best on my skin compared to the two others. And that will give you a better idea of what I'm doing. So basically the motif that I'm looking at for today is creating something that goes along the lines of this and then curve down. So it has the curve to it effect. So it starts off thin, thickens out, and then thins out again. The first thing I want to do is I want to draw the first flower so I can get an idea of the size. And I have this is what everybody needs for detail brush. I have a really small detail brush like this one. I don't know if they have one of these in the makeup industry, but what I do know, this is a painter's brush from the dollar store where you get like a pack of brushes, and this is like the smallest one they have, and this is great for details. You do not need to spend all your money on this. You can use the makeup that you have and just buy a very inexpensive makeup brush or painter's brush for your makeup. I use another one for my lips, like same set. And I love to use this for my lips to make it more detailed, like really. But I want to start off with the centerpiece of the flower, which in this case will be yellow. So I will start off right here, I think. And I don't know how well that shows up on camera. Let's see. You can see that, I hope. Let's just add some more, just so you can see better. Now, another thing I almost forgot. I have a paper towel here where I wipe off between, because I only have one brush, which means I will be using the same brush for all of the colors. So I'm wiping off in between so that I don't mix the colors. So I think what I want to do is start off with pink. So like I said, I used the yellow for the center, and it's this yellow, and then I'm going in with this pink and making the flower petals, I guess. Do you see that? It's very easy. All you gotta do is make sure that the line is a little bit thinner towards the circle and a little bit wider towards the outer part, but not a big difference. And I got like 5 petals around this. Just think about the flowers that you drew on your notebooks in school. That's the same flowers, 5 petals, same thing. So always start with the circle. And now I think I want to do the green one. And then the color I want to go in with is purple. So here I want to be putting in the blue, and the reason why I'm putting blue here is because I know that will complement my eye the best, so I'm putting it right here. Then I want to add a pink one right here. I think that will be a good one. Pink is also a color that complements my eye. So you can do this in an order where the color that complements your eyes the best is closest to your eye. So purple is not necessarily my color, so I have this right here on purpose. And then I just move it around as I go, and I kind of like this. It's kind of fun. Whatever you do, don't do it in the center of your nose. That is just gonna make it look weird. Do it off center. So for me, this is the center of my nose, and this is where I have it. And then I think I'm just gonna continue with the color theme. So I'm gonna add green here. because I said I wanted this to slope down, I want to add the next one right here, which will be purple. And I know, not the most flattering. I could do blue just to add purple back again here. I think maybe we can, or is that too close? Maybe we should do blue because then it's not a repetitive pattern per se. Then I will add a pink a little higher than this one. I know that, yeah, a little higher than this one. Then it's time for another purple, and that I can have right here, I think. And then I think I'm just gonna finish off with a green right at by the ear, basically, on the lower side. I think the last thing I want to add is actually one right here on the eyelid. And what color should I do that? Kind of has to be purple, doesn't it? Yeah. For finishing touches, I want to add like little leaves, and to achieve that I just want to use the same brush and a different green. which is why we're going in with the Makeup Revolution Essence eyeshadow palette by Merve, and we are taking this green on the end right here and just adding 2 leaves, I think, to every flower. I just want to add a little bit of shimmer into the center of the flowers just to give it a little bit more dimension. So I'm taking the green in the outer corner right here, and I am using the same detail brush and just dabbing. Kind of like it. Unique, different, kind of like it. Then I want to go ahead and do my lips, and I think I want to keep my lips quite neutral and not so intense to not take away from this. And to do that, I'm taking the W7's the all-rounder liner in the shade Fling that looks like this, and I'm lining my lips and filling my lips with this. Then I'm taking my Revolution Perfect lipstick, and the brand is Flormar and the shade is R05 on Rose Frontier, and it looks like this. So this is basically a lipstick that is quite natural to me, that looks very muted and nice, kind of like a dusky pink really. So I have the Careline Everlast All Day Lip Color. So the color is this, but I want to use the gloss. And just put that on my lips. I make sure I wipe the brush before I dip it in again, just because I don't want to discolor this. So I cannot forget about the mascara. So first, curl my lashes. Before I forget, I'm using the Maybelline The Colossal mascara that looks like this. And I'm putting this only on my upper lashes. Now you can make this look more festive by adding some false lashes with like glitter on them, or even feathers for that matter, but I think glitter would work best, especially if it has colors that like kind of go with the colors that we chose. And the last thing that I will put on is some setting spray, and I have the W7, the Vitamin C Fixer, that looks like this. If you're using this one, make sure you have it at a little bit of a distance because it has a little bit of a force. Now, I like to pat it dry, I like to just pat it with a sponge, but I'm making sure I avoid the eyeshadow areas, the flowers, and just really making it dry more naturally, I guess. And so this is the finished result. This is what a flowery makeup look looks like, and it's very simple to do, hard to mess up. And I just put my hair up in a ponytail, but you can keep your hair down, you can make it boho chic, you can make your hair like a 60s wig, or you flower power type of thing. You can go ahead and braid it quite nicely so you're like a garden fairy with this makeup look. It's so versatile how you choose to work with this makeup, what costume you want, because it's just flowers and flowers can mean anything. And so that is all I have for you today, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below, and if you want more content like this, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I will really appreciate it and it will help me a lot. And with that, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!